Hi everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with another Rumour Has It video where we talk about players linked to the club in this coming transfer window. And we're going to talk about a pretty good Premier League midfielder in this episode. I'm not really sure whether there's much truth in that or not, but we are going to cover it anyway. So just before we do a little bit of housekeeping, if you can, please click that subscribe button. We'd love you to come and join us. We're on 2,368 subscribers, I believe. So we're so close to 2,400. Love you to help us get there. Massive milestone for us. We've only been going just over a year, so to be anywhere near these numbers is amazing. So thank you so much to everybody who's done that. There's more room for you guys if you're just watching for the first time. All free content here. We don't charge a penny for this. It's tough times at the moment. I just love talking about the club. We have 2 live shows, Mondays and Wednesdays, and pop-up videos just like the one you're going to watch about transfer rumour. So let's get stuck in. And what player are we talking about? Well, this is the player we're talking about here. He doesn't like long balls, if you remember. It's Rúben Neves, the Wolves midfielder, Portuguese midfielder, cracking player. There's no doubt about this in my mind at all. 25-26 years old, Premier League proven, 230 appearances for Wolves, 27 goals, some of them absolute fucking snorters as well, 12 assists. A very, very good footballer. There's no doubt about that. Much like a lot of players in the Premier League at the minute, he's involved in a bit of a contract negotiation situation. He's got 18 months left. I wouldn't fancy saying after 3 points. He's got 18 months left of his contract, and Wolves aren't very confident he's going to sign a new one. How is he doing this season? He's had 17 Premier League appearances, 4 goals, no assists, funny enough, 7 yellow cards. So he does like a tackle. But we're going to have a little look at the lad in a minute and then just see, kind of how he sits and how he compares against some of our players that we already have. As you can see from the stats there's a lot of greens there, which is always a good sign. So in terms of passes, he does about 64, 65 passes a game. So he's up in the 83rd percentile. His pass completion is a little bit low. He's on the 50 percentile because he completes about 82% of his passes. So a lot of the midfielders in his position have got much higher passing stats, but that doesn't mean that's something to worry about. He's a very, very good player. As Mark says, his strengths, his long balls are absolutely superb. He's a little bit like what John Joe Shelby would do, but he's got a bit more pace about him, a bit more aggression, and yet he can press really well, as you can see from the stats there as well. His interceptions, he's up in the 86th percentile. Clearances, he's in the 98th percentile. They're kind of a little bit skewed because Wolves are having a really bad season. He's under a lot of pressure. Aerials one, he's not great in the air. Fouls conceded, he's up in the 88th percentile, so he does like the concede a foul, to be fair. But yellow cards, he's in the low percentile. So in terms of the balance of tackles, you can see there he's in the 78th percentile. So he is under a lot more pressure with Wolves struggling this season, but he is a really, really good footballer. He's been linked to much bigger clubs over the years, and that's no disrespect to Wolves. You get these players that you sign, and it's great scouting by the likes of Wolves, Southampton over the years. I mean, they lost their entire fucking team at Liverpool practically. And the manager, Mauricio Pochettino. But you kind of get punished a little bit when you're the teams that are almost mid-table, if they're lucky, top 10, and you find these gems. Normally the big clubs pounce and steal them. And Ruben Neves has been linked to like Manchester United and Arsenal and Spurs and all this over the years. It's never really happened for him. He has took the captain's armband since the saw Connor Cody, so he has been a good leader for Wolves as well. You can see Mark's got him on the other side, comparing to Sean Longstaff. He does obviously beat Sean in pretty much every single area. I would probably argue Sean's maybe got a better engine on him. Maybe he hasn't got the qualities that Neves has, but he does cover a lot more ground. Sean, he does run from minute 1 to minute 90. Neves can sometimes drift in and out of a game, but by and large, he's a very, very good footballer. But for me, where do I sit with this one? I think this is agent talk. Neves has been linked to Arsenal massively over the last year or so, Barcelona as well. Wolves would normally be expecting 40-50 million quid for this kid, but much like the James Maddison situation, much like the Youri Tielemans situation at Leicester, they'll have to accept less because the longer his contract goes to expire, or the closer to the expiration date, the less money you'll get for the kid. So I think this story and throwing Newcastle United's name out there is a little bit of agent talk to smoke people out. Now, the Daily Mail are reporting that we are keeping a watching brief, and I think that's why there's been no activity so far this window. Some fans are getting frustrated. I'm not frustrated. I think what Newcastle United are going to be doing, we're on the 14th of January as I record this today. I think they'll be waiting until they get towards the last week and a half of the window. And a lot of these teams that are looking for bigger fees for their players will be in literally a shit or get off the pan situation where they're going to have to do something about it. I still think something may happen at Leicester with both Tielemans and Maddison. I know with Leicester currently in talks, I believe, for one of the Fiorentina players. And it sounds like that deal might get done. as well. So, for me, I think there is moves to be made in this transfer window. I'm just trying to get the name of the lad that was linked there the other day. I'm just trying to figure out who he was, if I can find him, wherever he may be. No, can't find him. How many transfer talks we're talking about? I can't even find the lad. But yeah, they were linked to a Fiorentina player. So let me know in the comments if you remember the guy's name, because I can't. I've got so many pictures, I can't even find them. But yeah, so I think something will happen with Tielemans and Maddison. I just think Leicester try and dig their heels and get as much money as possible. Personally, I think Newcastle United are more interested in Tielemans than they will be in Neves. I think Neves, I don't think he's really on that radar. He may be on a short list of God knows how many players, because apparently Eddie Howe wants Premier League experience. And I get that, and I think that's class. And I'm buzzing Eddie Howe is looking at that kind of a player, rather than bringing a new young player or player from overseas who maybe can't quite grasp the league. You want somebody who can hit the ground running and help plug a gap that he knows he has, that defensive midfielder position. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Would you have Neves at the club? He's a good player, but I'm not sure there's much truth in it. But let us know what you guys think, or if there's any player you think we should go for. Smash it in the comments. We always love to engage with you guys, and we always try and reply to as many as we can. And as I mentioned at the start, if you're new to the channel, you've just found us, hello to you. Please click that subscribe button and come and join us. We'd love you to come on board, get us close to that 2,400 mark. We're really, really close, only 30 odd subs away from it. So smash that button. And very importantly, if you can like this video, help gets it around YouTube, and really helps the channel grow. So this is Chris signing off. Let's keep supporting our team of Core United. We'll be back with another transfer video soon, and we'll catch you later. Cheers.